Welcome to Girl Talk. Thanks for joining us today. We are having an awesome time here at the Vinery. It's a stained glass studio right off of East Wash.
Nice job.
Got that right.
East Wash.
East Wash.
And you've probably driven by quite a few times, and maybe you haven't stopped by, but they have quite a large space, and they just do so many different, I guess, crafts. I want to say it's a step up from crafts. It's not your typical, glue gun or cutting things out. This is actually working with glass, and we're kind of taking a sneak peek here before we chat with them later on in the show, just at some of the pieces and things you can do here. And I'm always just so in awe. I know Denny is always getting us active and trying things and cutting glass. And I'm always amazed because glass to me seems so fragile and like breakable and like you're going to prick your finger and I'm going to break something, but it's actually quite durable.
And they're actually quite casual here, so if you break glass, not a big deal.
No.
We just melt it down and start over.
It's so true. It's so true, and it's not as intimidating, I think, as people think. People hear glass and you think, oh, you have to be an expert. And you really don't here at the Vinery.
Yeah, you're really good at explaining things properly and calming people's nerves.
Yeah, you can walk out with something pretty special.
It's some beautiful stuff on the table and a lot of Christmas colors and I think fall colors. And so my question for you all is, because I've seen this so much on Facebook, people ranting about people who have already set up for Christmas.
Whoa.
So my question is, have you already decorated for Christmas?
Don't do it.
No.
Do you wait until after Thanksgiving?
Yes. Each holiday should have their own special time. So I saw some Christmas decorations happening before Halloween, and that's just exciting to me because, I really like Halloween. It should be appreciated for those of us that want to have that be our environment.
Wait,
Right.
do you mean like decorations on someone's home?
No, like in stores.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff
in
like
the
that.
stores.
Yeah. I still felt like, okay, let's don't put everything out at once. Put your Halloween stuff out in the stores so we can all enjoy that atmosphere, and then take it down. Put out your Thanksgiving stuff and take it down. Put your Christmas stuff.
I'm going to put out one exception, and I haven't done this yet, but I think about it every year. I think it's a smart idea to, if you're going to hang lights, to do it while the weather is still decent.
That's true.
Just don't
are
plug them in.
realist.
Don't turn them on.
I agree
like
with
it.
that because
Yeah.
it's safer to do it now rather than waiting
Right.
until later and it gets colder and slippery up on those roofs.
Yeah.
But
You go up on the roof?
But leave the trees down.
I just admire and I sip my martini or something while I watch people put Christmas lights up. No, I'm just
A lot
kidding.
of work. I've not gone on a roof, but I've gone up in trees and ladders and all that. And boy, you do it, and you're like, I did so much. And you go back and look and turn around, you're like, that's it? Seriously, And then I look at other people's homes, I'm like, wow, how long did it take them to do that? It's really impressive.
I live in an apartment, so I've always done just stuff within my apartment. But I went for a walk the other day, and I saw people, quite a few people, with Christmas trees up.
Oh, wow.
Fully decorated and everything.
Yeah.
And I was just like, am I like behind the
No.
curve here?
No,
People just get
they're
really
ahead.
excited.
Yeah.
They're ahead.
Possibly they're holding Thanksgiving and Christmas
Okay.
gatherings.
That's a good point.
I don't know.
If they have
Right.
friends coming into town, family, they
You're
might
being
just,
too understanding about this.
We're going back and forth a lot here. This is
Yeah,
a lot of attitude. I like it now. It's
You guys will have to let us know what you think because it's quite an ongoing debate. Like I said, I've seen it a lot on social media. But we've also got some other great guests on the show today, and I'm
we
excited to chat with them. Bad Apple Tattoos, who we've had on before, and they've got a new service that they're rolling out. I know what it is. I'm not going to say it, though, because you have to stay tuned to see what it is, but it has to do with something on your face.
And it's one of your favorite things. So if people watch this show, they'll know exactly what
And you might be surprised, too.
they'd be surprised.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they can do some amazing things.
And speaking of more surprises, we're actually going to talk to Bella Boutique as well. And she's bringing with an item today that is probably going to blow your mind.
Yep.
I think it surprised all of us.
Yeah, and we get to talk about it.
Yeah.
And show it off.
It's a very transitional piece. And Bella Boutique is a plus-size boutique over in Middleton. But this is something new that they're carrying, and they can order for any size.
Yeah, you will be wowed. We were
Yeah.
all like,
Yeah, it's craziness, but it's coming up after the break, so stay with us. We're here, Girl Talk, right here at the Vinery.
Hi, and welcome back to Girl Talk. We are having a lovely time here at the Vinery. It's a stained glass studio right off of East Washington Avenue. We're going to talk to those folks in a little while and get creative as usual. But first, I am sitting next to Miss Zoe Schuler. Hi, hon. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thanks for coming to join us.
Thank you.
Zoe owns Bella Boutique. It's a plus-size fashion store in downtown Middleton. First of all, I want to comment. I just love your dress today. This floral stuff is making me think spring, and it's so cold outside. So
Thank you.
And it's so on trend right now.
Yeah.
And the bell sleeve, which I just learned is what this is called.
very trendy.
I know.
I'm a big fan.
The secret about my outfit is it's actually different pieces. It's
What?
not attached.
Oh my goodness.
So it's just a sleeve underneath.
Oh my goodness.
I just
It's just
can't
a tank
wrap
top.
my head around it because it looks like it's one piece. You cannot tell that it's two pieces.
Wow.
Wow.
I just liked the dress as it was, and now I find out it has secrets and all this wonderful stuff too.
Yeah, that's what I brought. So I could have put anything under this, and it would have looked the same.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Could have done a little cheetah. Is that what we have?
Yep, we've got a little cheetah. So they're called Sleevey Wonders.
And that's what's
Cute.
going on
Adorable.
here. Okay, I got
Yeah,
it.
and you just put it under any sleeveless or strapless outfit.
Okay.
It gives you arm coverage, and it like flawlessly works with anything. It's amazing.
I
That is
love
so
this,
cool.
especially for this time of year because we are kind of still in that transitional period where sometimes it's colder, sometimes it's a little bit warmer, and you want to have something that kind of looks transitional. And I think it's hard to go fill your wardrobe with all of these transitional fall pieces. So being able to buy something like this that you can use really any time in any season, that you can literally just put it, probably a black tank top. I think everybody owns a black tank top.
Exactly.
You just put that under it, and
It's
I
so
mean, it's a
easy.
new outfit.
Or the infamous little black dress.
It looks great with a little black dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's reversible in that if you've got a dress or a top that's got some cleavage, it works this way.
Or if you want a little more coverage in the front, you can wear it backwards.
So in your case, if you flipped it around, the floral print would show.
It might show a little bit up here.
That would be
yeah.
kind of nice.
Might
Yeah,
not be
it'd be
bad
kind of
either.
cute.
Yeah.
So just kind of that layered look without having a lot of bulk under my outfit.
Yeah, because it has a neckline, so this would actually look like a cool layered part of a dress if the dress
Right.
sunk down low. Yeah, exactly.
And I was amazed looking at the pictures of it paired with a sleeveless, either dress or tank top,
It's really pretty.
which I would never
especially
would
the
think to
lace.
do, but it
The lace
looks
under
so
a sleeveless
cute.
one is really pretty.
I have to say, that's probably my favorite look. So
Yeah.
a strapless dress with this top underneath. It really looks fantastic. I think it's the sheer fabric that really makes it work.
I
Yeah.
love the lace too, and it looks like there's some different sleeve options, whether you want a shorter sleeve or the bell sleeve.
Just they come in just like a long sleeve, just solid black.
Okay.
That's very simple. This guy comes in multiple lengths, and
that
it's
might
just
be a
kind
little
of
warmer
cute.
too.
This
Okay,
looks
yeah.
like a little bit
Yeah.
more of
It's like
a little
leggings for
thicker
your
one.
arms.
It is like leggings for your arms, exactly.
I mean, sometimes you just need a little, so your skin doesn't get the goosebumps or whatever. You don't really need to warm up, but you need just a little, so the air doesn't chill your skin. That's kind of what these will
And
do
Totally.
for you.
I did just read that these have four-way stretch on the
Yeah,
sleeves.
it does not feel like it looks snug on my arm. It doesn't feel tight at all. So I think it
true.
would fit all different
Can you see that?
shapes of arms.
Oh, yeah.
And they come from an extra small to a 3X. So I think it's going to work for just about any woman.
So this is not necessarily a plus-sized
We
garment.
carry plus size in the store. We just got them in, but we can order everything. It's a company based out of the United States, so they're really easy to work with, and we can, they'll ship us whatever we want, which is really exciting.
That is.
I'm thinking this would be a fabulous item to take for travel.
Yes.
It's so light and so small, you could just scrunch it inside a shoe, right?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
you'd have another outfit.
Exactly, and what I love about it is it doesn't cover up your outfit. So often you're going to put a little shrug on, but you lose some of the details in your outfit. So if you've got a cool back or buttons or, sleeve details on the top or the neckline, you aren't going to lose anything by putting this underneath your outfit.
Now there's also an option that kind of has the cold shoulder look, which is also really in. I
didn't know
love
that was
that.
what that was called. That's
Yeah,
so cool. The cold shoulder.
if you just have, a sleeveless thing, there's ones that just sit like that.
Right.
So you get that look and it still looks like it's part of your outfit.
I love that so much. And looking at these pictures of them on all of these different models, there's one of the flyers that shows the traditional style with just the long sleeve and the cold shoulder look. And I think this would be perfect for daytime. You're at work, maybe you wear the traditional one that's just a long sleeve. Stuff the cold shoulder one in your purse and you're getting cocktails after work. Just switch that out.
Yeah, and they
Just
take
do
up
that.
no
Done
room in
and
your
done.
purse.
And it looks super cute and sassy. So be sure to check them out over at Zbella. I think our minds are blown. I think we can officially say that. This is Zoe Schuler. Thanks so much for being with
Thank
us.
you.
And we'll be back with more Girl Talk right after this. Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are here today at the Vinery, and we'll be chatting with Denny a little bit later on in the show, so stay tuned for that. But first, we have Matt with Bad Apple Tattoos. You guys are actually just down the street from here.
Yes, we're actually just a couple blocks down the road from the Vinery heading towards downtown.
So you can hit up both places. Come to the Vinery, head over to Bad Apple Tattoos. They'll both take care of you. And obviously, you guys are a tattoo place. How long have you guys been in business?
We've been in business in Madison for 5 years, but collectively all of our artists have decades of experience. but we're 5 years in Madison, and we love it up here.
I love that, and I think it's important that you do mention all of the collective experience, because if you are thinking of getting a tattoo, most of the time that's going to be a forever sort of thing, so that experience
time,
is
yes.
really important. But if you don't want it to be a forever sort of thing, we'll talk about that too.
How would somebody go about getting a tattoo or a piercing with you?
Well, there's a couple ways. You can come right into our shop. We're very friendly. You don't need to set an appointment for a consultation. So even if you're on the fence, you know, no one's going to pressure you to get you in the chair that day. You can come in, talk to us, run your idea by us. If you live a little further away and it's harder to get to the shop, you can message us on Facebook, send any pictures, any reference, and we can work with you to set up an appointment that way as well.
Do you do the design there, or can people bring in designs, or?
Yeah, I mean, we can do a design for you. A lot of people aren't very artistic, so they just have a very base idea that we can craft into a beautiful design. But if you have something you want exactly replicated, we can do that as well.
So Matt, if someone is interested and they come in, they'll be looking through portfolios to maybe get ideas if they're looking for it.
Absolutely.
And if you message you on your line, can you see those portfolios online? I'm just
Yes,
curious.
we post work almost daily on our Facebook page, as well as doing a lot of tattoo giveaways, a lot of sales. So we always tell people to check up on our Facebook, see what's going on. But we have hundreds of references of our work, and we always tell people the most important thing in a shop, check portfolio work.
Yeah, take your time making that decision.
Yes.
So maybe somebody didn't take enough time making that decision, and they've changed their mind. They already got the tattoo, or maybe it's faded. I know that they tend to fade over time. How do you folks do the cover-ups? I've heard that you can put a tattoo over an old one.
Yes, absolutely. There's two ways to fix an old tattoo. Sometimes people are very happy with what they have, and they just want it redone. You know, just time has passed, they just want it freshened up, and we do that as well. Some people are very unhappy with either the work that they got or they've just changed their mind on what they want. Jeremy Brown, the co-owner of the shop, is one of the best cover-up artists in the area. He has fixed tattoos that other shops have turned away and said there's no way you can cover it, and he will cover it.
What do you think makes him stand out from the others?
I think experience. I mean, Jeremy's been tattooing almost 20 years, and he got a reputation for doing cover-up, so it's the majority of actually what he does now, so he just keeps perfecting that craft and able to lay a design over one and make it just disappear.
That's so amazing when you think about it, and you know, tattooing is really an art, and if you think about the canvas is skin, like everybody's skin is so different, especially when you're considering that if there's already a tattoo there that you have to take into consideration. So I think that is just so cool. But you guys also do a lot of other things over at Bad Apple. What other services do you guys provide?
Yes, we do all tattoos, all piercings, and we're recently excited now to start offering microblading as a new procedure at Bad Apple.
We've all been like buzzing about this. Is that like a tattoo pun? Buzzing? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, microblading is a new cosmetic procedure, and it makes very natural looking hair strokes in your eyebrow. It used to be people would just get tattooed with a machine and shaded, but it looked very unnatural. So by microblading, you're making very tiny incisions, and we numb you beforehand, so there's really no pain involved in that. And when it's done, it just looks way more natural. You can't tell that you had anything done. It just looks like you have fuller, nicer shaped eyebrows, and then it saves you a lot of prep time from needing to do that every morning because they always look perfect.
So, sorry. How long would that last? I mean, I know it's a tattoo, but
Right, it's semi-permanent. It does need to be touched up periodically. I mean, it can last years and years, and the touch-ups are very quick at that point. You may come in, there might just be a little fading on certain hair strokes that just need to be gone over one or two more times, but for the most part, it'll stay looking perfect for a very long time.
It's been quite the thing in Hollywood recently. I just wish the name were different because microblading sounds pretty scary.
It does sound scary, and that's why I say we do a numbing procedure beforehand, and it's a very fine, almost paper cut-like incision. Most people don't feel it whatsoever.
That's a relief, especially if it's on your face, right?
Yes.
That is awesome, though. That is so much fun, and a lot of people are interested in that. So whether you're looking for tattoos, piercings, microblading, go see Bad Apple Tattoos. Thanks for being with us, Matt.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, and we'll be back more with Girl Talk right after the break.
Hi, and welcome back to Girl Talk. We are here kind of at the moment I've been waiting for a little bit because I'm with Denny and Josh. We're here at the Vinery, the stained glass studio right off East Washington Avenue. And there's so much to do here, and we're only just gonna hit the tip of the iceberg here by talking about what we see in front of us today. what are we talking about? We're going to do some holiday gift ideas, is that right?
Exactly. You know,
Yay.
the season's just about upon us.
It is.
And so we thought we'd feature some of our more popular items that people can come into the vinery and make.
Fabulous. And I've been to the vinery to make stuff, and it's quite fun. So listen up. There's lots to learn here. So first of all, what kind of gifts can people make here? Maybe touch on just some of the things in front of you and how it's done.
Okay, I'll kind of give a quick rundown, and then
Okay.
Josh and I will explain a little bit further. So on this end here, we have fused glass pendants, which
Okay.
are pretty popular. Snowflakes we have right here. The blown ornaments, which are very popular this time of year. And then a new item are these fused glass wreaths.
Those are so cool.
So we'll explain a little bit. I'll start, and Josh can start a little bit.
So anytime we're open, we have our fusing center, and you can come on in, and we'll give you a quick rundown of some of the projects in front of you and leave you to your own creations. Got some one-of-a-kind pendants here. You can make your own little style. See some before and afters. And then we have some snowflakes, which is pretty popular in the wintertime coming up here. So you can decorate your own tree pretty much. We have all these different pre-cut diamonds, and you can lay them out on a pattern. And if you're kind of feeling uninspired, we also have little pre-cuts that you can incorporate onto your projects as well.
They're still pretty inspiring. Cute little owl.
you can work
Can't go
around
wrong.
them.
Exactly. Now, for those folks out there that don't know exactly what is fusing, how does it work, if you don't mind kind of giving
So
us the-
essentially, it's the process of the glasses, the two glasses melting together and becoming one,
Okay.
so fusing together.
And it's a certain, like, high heat, right?
It
It's
is
a lot.
pretty high heat. So the snowflakes, they're done with one layer here, and that's around 1,375 degrees.
That's not what we do. That's what they do
Yeah.
for us.
And then the pendants, they're actually at 1,475 degrees, so the glass is actually coming together and becoming one more. I guess,
Okay.
at that
Oh,
point.
right. So that changes the texture.
Definitely.
So out of all of these, what is the most popular for your customers usually?
Oh, they're all very popular, but I'll kind of get into a little bit later. The snowflakes seem to be a very popular one this time of year. But on the far end, I wanted to point out that we have these, maybe you could hand that over to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are
Beautiful.
fused glass votives, and they start out with a 6-inch square, and we just put pieces of glass on top and a little ground glass, which is called frit, and that fills in the spaces. It's fused flat, and then it's draped over a mold, a lot like a tumbler.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
I see.
then you could put a candle inside, and makes a very attractive gift. A couple other items here. Probably one of the most popular are the blown ornaments. I have the joy of teaching this class mostly. And we start out with a tube of glass. We put glass frit, which is ground, and we get it heated in front of a torch, and we blow it out into an ornament. And then after it's all done, we cut off the stem and put a cap, and then a person can hang it. A new item on our list are these fused glass wreaths. And it all kind of started out with this shape here, which is our coral bowl.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's
And we
just like
thought,
the ocean.
what if we just made them flat and kind of redesigned them so in a wreath shape? So these are 3 samples that we have available. We do have a class December 2nd where a person can come and actually take the class, or they could probably just come into the Fusing Center and we could explain a little bit about how the process goes.
Now let me, oh, sorry, I was just going to ask. This is so, it's nice and heavy, so you hang this on the wall.
Right.
Kind of as a decorative. This kind of looks like reindeer
Yeah.
Little bit,
antlers,
yeah.
doesn't it, a little bit? That's what I was thinking when I saw it. It's quite beautiful. It's quite heavy, too. Are these things, they look so, like, professionally, artistically well done, of course. Are these things that people need previous experience to be able to handle this kind of work? Or?
Not at all. Not at all. It's
Awesome.
That's kind of the fun part about this. Sometimes people say, well, I'm an artist. I'm not an artist. I don't have any skills. It doesn't matter. You can just come in and play and have fun with class, and your projects are going to look great.
And I know these are holiday related, but not all, like some of these things you can keep out all year long. It's not just holiday decorations.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Even the snowflakes. I mean, people
Yeah.
will display
Yeah.
them all year round. They're just fairly attractive, and
Yeah,
they're good
shiny.
all year.
Yeah, I mean, you could have a snowflake or call it a pinwheel in the spring, and all of a
There you
sudden you
go.
have one that has bright greens like
Right.
that or some different colors. Everything is so beautiful. Now, you have a couple of events coming up. You said December 2nd. Can you remind us again what that was?
Yeah, December 2nd is going to be the wreath class, the fused
The
glass
wreath class. Okay.
But we have a real big one November 25th, which is a Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And we call it Snowflakes Galore. And it usually brings in about 100 people. And
Oh, wow.
at the end of the day, there'll be at least a couple hundred snowflakes out on the table that people have made. And it's a fun event. It's a family event.
Yeah.
We have hot chocolate and cookies for the kids and the adults. And
You had me at hot chocolate.
no, that's a great day.
Yeah, it sounds really nice with the family, bring everyone in and get into the spirit of the season. And we were chatting a minute before we started about that event. I got kind of excited about thinking about it because, you know, either you have family in town from Thanksgiving still, or, you know, your family is just together and wanting to spend more time together after the big meal and after the big rush of the Thanksgiving preparation, and just to do something that, you know, you don't have to do anything but come in and, just like you said, play with glass and make something
Come
that
in
you
and
can
have
gift.
fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of coming in, having fun, do you guys have holiday hours coming up? Are your hours switching around?
We
or-
do have holidays covered up. After Thanksgiving, we'll be open 7 days a week. On Sunday, we're actually open noon to 4 now.
All right.
What fun.
So there's no time not to come in here. And remember, although, you know, we're not even quite to Thanksgiving, this is really the time that folks are thinking about starting to shop for the holidays. So everybody likes homemade stuff. Everybody likes making things to give. So plan ahead. They've got these events coming up. Come in Saturday after Thanksgiving, make some of these beautiful things, give them away to your family or keep them for your own tree or whatever you want to do.
There you go.
Thanks, you guys, for having us, and thank you for showing all of these beautiful things. Come in here with Denny and Josh, and I know I've done it myself. They are so helpful here, and it's an easy thing to get in and out and have some fun with your family and play with glass, like you said.
Very good. Thanks.
Thank you for having us. We're at the Vinery, and that's all today for Girl Talk. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure to tune in next time.
Beauty and styling for Girl Talk provided by the Ultimate Veritas Spa and Salon.